All right, the first Olympic brackets are finally here.
Finally.
Christian, we got a bracket for Adam Kuhn, Michigan man. We got a bracket for Amit Alor. How's it looking?
Do you want the good news first or the bad news?
The bad news.
The bad news. Michigan man Adam Kuhn got the worst draw you could possibly create for Adam Kuhn. He drew the 2023 world champion in round one, Mirzazadeh of Iran, the world champ last year. If he were to somehow get by Mirzazadeh, he would have four-time Olympic champion Mihan Lopez the very next round. That's the back-to-back, the world champ and maybe the greatest wrestler of all time. And so if you run out the different options, if he loses to Mirzazadeh, which is expected to happen, and then Mirzazadeh loses to Lopez, which is expected to happen, then he's 0-1. That's like where the probabilities lie. It's not good. I'm sorry.
A better draw, I do, yeah. A better draw would have probably been Mihan first. It might sound weird, but because then if Mihan wins that, and then Mihan beats Iran and makes the finals, you have you could bring Adam back. In this situation, if you lose first round, you're done. If he loses to Mihan, if Iran does.
Yeah, no question, but it's really, really tough. But we knew it could be tough, but you wouldn't have fathomed. You know, when we were talking about like who could go on a run for Greco, we're like, man, Adam Kuhn, he's a world silver in the past. He could do it. And then it's a random draw. He was not seeded, and pow. And neither was Mihan Lopez, because this guy hasn't wrestled in the World Championships since 2015. He just does the Olympics now. So he has no seeding points either. So
because he's proven he can just roll up and win it.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Why do worlds?
Just not compete for once every 4 years. I'll compete.
Yeah.
I'll just win Olympic gold.
So
maybe break a record.
Yeah, so that's Greco.
Oh, that's brutal.
All right. There is a 60 kilogram bracket. There is, yeah. Okay. Well, 60
kilograms first.
Yeah, so that's happening. No Team USA there, but you can check out the brackets. They're on the site. And then 68 kilograms, Amit Alor. When we were talking about this, because Amit Alor is back-to-back world champion, but she's also not seeded. And her potential toughest competition, in my opinion, the toughest match for her is Ozaki of Japan. Mm-hmm. She's on the opposite side, along with a number of other hammers on the opposite side of Amit Alor. She was the world champion at 62 kilograms in 22, 65 kilograms in 23, and now she's moving up. She won the spot at 68 kilograms. She has dominated American opponents. She beat Kayla Miracle. She beat Macy Kilty. She's really, really good.
Those are both world finals, and she 10-0'd them both.
Yes. So obviously she is, we believe Amit is the class of this weight, but Ozaki certainly has a claim. But that would not be until the finals if they were to both make it that far. But round one, it's pretty tough for Amit. Honestly, to have world champs for both of our wrestlers in round one is pretty insane. They both drew the top seed. Tosun of Turkey, the 2023 world champion. Now, that sounds tough, but Amit has a win over her via pinfall in 40 seconds, so that makes you feel a little bit better.
A little bit better. Yeah, you see on paper, she's like, oh man, she drew the number one seed. Because Amit wasn't seeded at this weight. She got a random draw. Immediately gets the number one seed, and you're like, a lot of people might be looking at that and be like, oh no. But it's really not as big of a deal as you might think.
It's better than having Ozaki round one, which was not even possible because neither were seeded. But regardless, so Amit's path, Tosun round one, probably Zhao of China, two-time medalist, but she hasn't medaled since 2018. Mm-hmm. So it's been a long time since she got on the podium. Then I'm guessing Ringasi of Moldova. She's two-time bronze at 68. That would be her semifinal in all likelihood. Of course, anything can happen, but that looks like the path for Amit Alor. Navigable, you got someone you pinned in 40 seconds in the first round.
She had like an underhook elbow. She was right here and just whipped her over.
That wouldn't work on me.
Pinned her. Yeah. That's funny.
I say that's like Alex Daringer. He likes that.
Yeah,
underhook.
That was sick.
Okay, anyway, so, mixed bag of draws for sure, and we're going to get draws a day before every single day. So we'll be doing breakdown videos like this that you can look for. So tomorrow action gets started at 9 a.m. Eastern. That's when you can tune in and watch the first round. We're going to have our watch party going so you can tune in. You get to sleep in a little bit. This is the only day you get to sleep in, American wrestling fans, because every other morning, it's going to be a little bit early. No time to complain. It's the Olympic Games. And then we're going to have, at 3 to 4, we're going to have the championship semifinal rounds. Hopefully, we're going to be watching two Americans. Feels like we're going to at least have Amit wrestling in that round. Tune into the watch party. We're going to have all kinds of stuff on social media. Anything else to add before we go?
How many baguettes would you rate Amit Alor's draw?
Give me the scale. Is more baguettes easier or harder? Because I would rather have more baguettes, but
I think more baguettes is not easier, but better. There's no easy path
what is
to
it?
an Olympic gold medal.
Okay, Sparks.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sure, easier. More baguettes is easier.
More baguettes is easier. This is a 5 baguette draw out of 10. It's not the worst, but having a world champion in the first round, that's not ideal.
And for Adam Kuhn?
Adam Kuhn, and the more is harder.
Yes. No, more. What? More is easier.
Okay, because you want more baguettes. Okay,
Yes.
so this is a 1 baguette draw.
It might be 0.
It might be a 0. No, this
It's tough.
Adam is baguetteless when it comes to draw, but it's up to him. He can do it. You don't come to the Olympic Games for a fortuitous draw.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? And he's a Michigan man, so he did not choose the easy path, did he, Tyler?
Never did. Never has, never will.
Go Team USA. Thanks, guys.